Hello, everyone. It's me, Teldryn Stormfang, again, here with your narrator, Omega Wolf Light. Now we're going to read another book. In my room, we are reading, this time without our guest Caius, we are reading a short history on Morrowind. Welcome to Reading with Teldryn Stormfang. Let's begin. From the introduction, led by the legendary prophet Feloff, the ancestors of the Dunmer, exiles from Altmer culture in present-day Somerset Isles, came to the region of Morrowind. In earliest times, the Dunmer were harassed or dominated by Nord sea raiders. When the scattered Dunmer tribes consolidated into the predecessors I cannot talk today. I should read more often. Yes, you should, Teldryn. To the predecessors of the modern Great House clans, they threw out the Nord oppressors and successfully resisted further incursions. The ancient ancestor worship of the tribes was in time superseded by the monolithic tribunal temple. Feel crazy. And the Dunmer grew into a great nation called Resdayn. Resdayn was the last of the provinces to submit to Tiber Septim. Like Black Marsh, it was never successfully invaded and was peacefully incorporated by the treaty into the empire as the province of Morrowind. Almost 4 centuries after the coming of the Imperial Legions, Morrowind is still occupied by Imperial Legions with a figurehead Imperial King, though the Empire has reserved most functions of the traditional local government to the ruling councils of the 5 great houses. On Vordenfell district, where we are, in Third Era, 414, Vordenfell territory, previously a temple preserve under Imperial protection, was recognized as an Imperial provincial district. Vordenfell had been maintained as a preserve administrated by the temple since the Treaty of the Armistice. Armistice. I cannot speak stuff right now. Since the Treaty of the Armistice. That. And except for a few great house settlements sanctioned by the temple, Vordenfell was previously uninhabited and undeveloped. But when the centuries-old temple ban on trade and settlement of Vordenfell was revoked by the King of Morrowind, a flood of Imperial colonists and Great House Dunmer came to Vordenfell, expanding old settlements and building new ones. The new district was divided into Redoran, Lalu, Telvanni, and Temple districts, each separately administered by local house councils or temple priesthoods, and all under the vice and consent of Duke Dren and the district council. In Ebonheart, local law became a mixture of house law and imperial law and house districts, jointly enforced by house guards and legion guards, with temple law and imperial law enforced in the temple districts. So imperial and house law are both being enforced together, so they're working together. That's very interesting. The temple was still recognized as the majority religion, but worship of the 9 divines was protected by the legion and encouraged by imperial cult missions. The temple district included the city of Vivek, the Fortress of the Ghost Gate, and all sacred and profane sites, including those blighted areas inside the Ghost Fence. Oh. And all unsettled and wilderness areas on Varnafell. In practice. Oh, so the Temple District is Vivek, the Ghost Gate, all holy sites, and anywhere where there's wilderness is part of the Temple District. And all unsettled and wilderness areas on Vordenfell. In practice, this district include all parts of Vordenfell not claimed for Redoran, Lalu, or Talvani districts. The temple stubbornly fought all development in their district and were largely successful. House Lalu, in combination with imperial colonists, embarked on a vigorous campaign of settlement and development. In the decades after reorganization, Balmora and the Ascadian Isles regions have grown steadily. Caldera and Pelagiad are completely new settlements, and all Legion forts were expanded to accommodate larger garrisons. So they used to be smaller. Interesting. House Talvani, normally conservative. House Talvani, normally conservative and isolationist, has been surprisingly aggressive in expanding beyond their traditional tower villages. Oh? Yeah, I haven't been to a Talvani territory yet, I don't think. Disregarding the protests of the other houses, the Temple, the Duke, and the District Council, Talvanian pioneers have been encroaching on the wild lands regarding the protests of the other houses. Oh, so they're not listening to anyone. Got it. In the District Council, Talvani pioneers have been encroaching on the wild lands reserved to the Temple. Oh! The Talvani Council officially disavows responsibility for these rogue Talvani settlements. Oh, but it is an open secret that they are encouraged and supported by ambitious Talvani mage lords. Under pressure from the Temple, conservative House Redoran has steadfastly resisted expansion in their district. As a result, House Redoran and the Temple are in danger of being politically... Whoa. Under pressure from the Temple, conservative House Redoran has steadfastly resisted expansion in their district. As a result, House Redoran and the Temple are in danger of being politically and economically marginalized by the more aggressive and expansionist Lalu and Talvani interests. Oh, so Redoran's in a bit of a danger because of these two. And so are the Temple. More aggressive and expansionist Lalu and Talvani interests. Got it. Temple are in danger of being politically and economically marginalized by the more aggressive and expansionist Lalu and Talvani interest. Sorry if I don't speak right. It's been a long time since I've read a lot, so not too good at... I've been fighting out in the waste on Vordenfell for way too long, so sorry if I mispronounce anything. The Imperial Administration faces many challenges in the Vordenfell district, but the most serious are the Great House rivalries. Animosity from the Ashland or nomads, internal conflicts within the temple itself, and the Red Mountain Blight struggles between Great House, Temple, and Imperial interests to control Vordenfell's resources could at any time erupt into a full-scale war. Oh, that's not good. If they go into a war, what am I supposed to do? Because right now I'm kind of forced to work. I'm a blade. Yes, I'm a blade working for the Empire, but that's only because in exchange for my freedom, I had to help them out. So what would my role be in that? Hopefully my debts will be paid and I can do whatever I want before that happens. Ashender's raid. Okay, to control from resources could anytime erupt into full-scale war. Ashender's raid settlements, plunder caverns. That's what I do all the time. How do you think I make my money? No, I make more of my money from loot than my actual guilds. And kill foreigners on their wild lands. Ashender's raid settlements, plunder caverns. Okay. And kill foreigners on their wild lands. The temple has unsuccessfully attempted to silence criticism and calls for reform within its ranks. But most serious are the plagues and diseased hosts produced by the blight storm sweeping out from Red Mountain, Vornfall, and all Morrowind. Have long been menaced by the legendary evils of Dagoth. Sorry about that. Morrowind. Sweeping up from the Red Mountain, Vornfall, and all of Morrowind have long been menaced by the legendary evils of Dagoth and his Ash Vampire. Kin dwelling beneath Red Mountain. Oh? For centuries, the temple has contained the threat within the ghost fence. Oh. But recently, the temple's resources and will have faltered, and the threat from Red Mountain has grown in scale and intensity. I can believe that. That seems legit. Given all the dreams I've been having, yeah, that seems about right. That they're getting stronger, given the dreams and everything that's been happening recently. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, that's right. They are getting stronger. Grown in intensity. Has grown scale and intensity. If the ghost fence should fail, and hosts of blighted monsters were to spill out across Vornfalls. If the ghost fence should fail and hosts of blighted monsters were to spill out across Vornfalls towns and villages, the Empire might have no choice but to evacuate Vornfall district and abandon it to disease and corruption. Oh! So that's what that does. That was a short history, right? Yeah, that was a short history. It's time to read more.